On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Bye-bye, Beasley. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott from the gun, fighting to stay upright, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this, but I think the ball's out, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Prescott to throw this time. They'll roll him out right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Here's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, 380. 380. Move.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Fournette on the toss to the right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run over.
He dumps it to Hyde, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Green 80. Lucy. Move.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Sunday. 11.
Now Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief from 8 yards out. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Prescott now, option right, stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go, get out, get out.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
To return it is Corey Grant. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Set. Green 80. Hank. Green, that's right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, let's go. Trip front. Set. Green 80. Lucy. Hey, spread left. Green is it.
Here's a give to Fournette. "34 yards there and a first down."
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, spread right. Smack. Omaha.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. There we go.
Prescott now on second down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Gun. 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Trip front. Check. Green 80. Lucy. Green is on.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, Bortles. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Lucy. 372. Move. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch. It's all right. Lucy.
Bortles now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the Jaguars send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 44 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had two excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had two huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nikhil Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl. But I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Bortles going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and they take the lead out in front at 13-12. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Out to his left. Looking deep in the direction of... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, let's go.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. We see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing his Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 45 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The give is to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Third and long for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Cooper was the target there.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it in their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Green 80. Green 80. Green Nae.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And he completes it to Westbrook. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Hey. Hey, let's go. Trips left. 372. Stroll left.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Green 80.
Bortles now on the option left side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Green 80. 372.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 11.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Forbath for the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what